All right, we're back on with some backpacking electronics stuff here. Made a video a while back with this All Powers solar panel. I use it for backpacking and camping. I've had it for a really long time. I think like 8 or 9 years or something like that, maybe a little bit more. But there's no information right on the panel itself to tell exactly what it is, and I've forgotten over the years what it's actually supposed to be rated at. But there's 3 panels of 10 1 by 6 inch cells, so I assume it's a 15 watt panel. It's done pretty good over the years. Has pretty good output. I think it's 1.5 amps at 5 volts usually, or like 1 amp, somewhere around there, whatever. But uh, this thing is 1.3 pounds, I think. And then if it ends up raining and this gets wet, it's even heavier because it's cloth. You know, I think it's nylon or something, but it still absorbs a little bit of water. But it's a good, tough panel. This thing's seen hundreds of miles on the trail, but uh, I have always looked around for a lighter and higher powered option, but until quite recently, I haven't been able to find anything that does much better than that panel. But I did find these Flex Solar. Comparing weight to output are slightly better than the All Powers one. So my next couple of trips, I'll probably take one of these two out. With the All Powers panel, I had my Nightcore NB20K with me. I didn't have to plug in anywhere, but I did a couple of times. So if I would have gone the whole trip without plugging in, I might have depleted this all the way. But for 11 days, uh, that's pretty damn good. This one, this is the 10 watt flexible solar panel from Flex Solar. I was just checking it out with my little meter here. This puts out 1 amp in direct sunlight. So it's perfectly perpendicular to the panel. And it drops below 1 amp pretty quickly as you start to turn it away from the sun a little bit. But it takes about 90 degrees to stop registering on the battery. So it's still putting out power even with indirect sunlight, uh, to the same angles that this does. This panel just ends up putting out a lot more, or a little bit more power at those indirect angles. This one, I can't really see uh, how many cells are in it. It's really difficult. I can make out the little traces across the cells, but I can't see the breaks between the cells. I assume it's 10 uh, 1 inch cells, but they are a little bit longer. So if you line them up, it does have a little bit more area than the All Powers of just solar cells. So that that's a little nicer. They they actually use less material besides the solar panels to uh, make the entire assembly. So this comes in at zero point 0.5 pounds, so almost a third the weight for almost the same output. That might be something I try out on a trail, but with my cameras and stuff, and uh, my phone I use for navigation, I'll probably end up taking the 20 watt version of that, the same company, but it's got the same panels. It looks like same size and everything, but it looks like it's made out of a different material. So I can actually see that there are 10 individual 1-inch cells. So I assume they're the same panel. They just added another panel. But this one comes in not much heavier than that one. It's 0.8 pounds, and there's no means of absorbing water. It's a lot less material. Like this has the fabric enclosing every panel all the way around it. It looks like these are just like laminated, like heat laminated together. So that should be a little nicer. This one actually puts out 2 amps, a little over 2 amps. I think it's 2.2. I was just checking with the meter in direct sunlight. And I had to almost turn it completely out of the sun to get it to drop below what those 2 panels can output. But as soon as I walked outside, uh, the door that I walked out of my house, I had it opened up and I had the meter plugged into it, and I had it hanging. I was just carrying it, and it started putting out half an amp. So that's in a shaded area on a sunny day. So this is definitely going to be a contender to replace the 8 or 10 year old all powers panel. We'll see how tough it is. It's not super flexible. It's pretty rigid, but it'll be nice for like standing up, put the battery behind it and stand it up at camp or whatever. Uh, this one's not very good for that. It's kind of flimsy and falls over and whatnot. But yeah, this will definitely be a contender. I'll post a update video when I get a chance to actually use it on a longer trip. I don't have much vacation from work, so uh, it'll probably be next year before I get out on a week or 2 week long trip with it. I hope you enjoyed. Take it easy.